Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. We all know that at a bris, that is when the father names the son V'yikara Shmo B'Yisrael, and he introduces the new name to the child. What is the minig, or what is the din about naming a young kid, a young child that's a female, a girl? At what point do we name the child? So actually there are many different minhagim. When is the proper time to name the child? It goes anywhere from at the first possible time where you read the Torah, up to some opinions actually say that you have to wait 40 days, and only after the girl is alive and well 40 days, that's when she gets to have her new name. The reason why 40 days is a number for this, because the pasuk says by Sarah, Vatihi Sarai Akara, Sarai did not have any children, Ein la Volod. She did not have Volod, a child. Volod, Vav Lamed Dalid, is 40. So some have a remez that up to 40 days from when the child is born, until then, you don't name the child. Whereas by a boy, there is a special connection that the neshama comes down specifically at the time of the bris. So over there is V'yikara Shmo B'Yisrael. Obviously, we don't have that by a young girl. The different customs that we find is, first of all, it's very important that the father should be the one to name this young child, just as it is by the bris by a boy. By a young girl, the same thing. If the father, for whatever reason, is out of town, it is extremely important that the father should be the one naming the child. And if he's not here, you should wait until he gets there. The father names the child. It's customary while right after he gets an aliyah l'Torah. Now, really, the two don't have anything. There's no connection between the two. Aliyah l'Torah is a very nice thing. Naming a child is a very important thing. They don't really have a connection, but that's the custom. You name the child when you get an aliyah. And because there is no connection, it's not a real chiyuv. I mean, the Shulchan Aruch lists different people who are a chiyuv to get an aliyah. If somebody had a child, and he wants to name the child, at that time he's definitely not in the level of chiyuv of the other ones that I mentioned in Shulchan Aruch. By the Sfardim, the time when the father names his new daughter, gives her a name, is a very celebrated time. And there's different minhagim, how they celebrate it, what songs they sing, etc., etc. But by the Ashkenazim, you don't see that much. But you do see these customs. Either the first time, and that is the custom of Chabad, the first time that you read the Torah after the child was born, the father gets an aliyah if able to. If not, he gets up there and he mentions the new name for the new child. And it's brought a story that the Alter Rebbe once told, the Frierdiker Rebbe told the Rebbe that one of the daughters of the Mittler Rebbe, when one of the daughters of the Mittler Rebbe were born, the Alter Rebbe called him the Mittler Rebbe and said to him, I understand Shabbos is a very holy day, and we all understand the greatness of Shabbos, and perhaps you would like to wait to Shabbos to name your new child, give him the name. However, there is something to do it in the first possible Kriyas HaTorah. It's also a specialty to be done then. So our minig is that right at the first possible Kriyas HaTorah, when after the child is born, you try to give the name then. Other customs are that you do it either the first Shabbos, specifically in Shabbos. Some people wait a month. But again, as mentioned before, the story of the Alter Rebbe, the first possible time that this father is able to get an aliyah or be by the Torah, at that time he mentions the new name.